Hey everyone, thank you very much for joining me on today's video. We're going to be looking at a various amount of things, to be honest. We're going to carry on with the video that unfortunately, due to the power outage on Friday, I couldn't show you guys. So we're going to have a look at the video, What is Cryptocurrency? I'll put the link in the description as well. So we're going to take a look at that. So obviously, I've got some articles for us. There wasn't really much out there currently at the minute. And we're going to have a look at the precious metals. Platinum, the winner by the looks of today. Quite substantially in regards to gold, silver, and even palladium. So platinum is definitely moving up, hence the title. And then I've got two articles for us to have a look at. One that says money managers pile into bullish silver positions. This is obviously dated today. And then we've also got this one here. Sorry, clear that out. Gold firms on Fed rate cut bets. Fed rate cut bets focus on future guidance. And then we're going to be taking a look at cryptocurrencies. We've got Bitcoin eyeing a deep downside correction. So we're going to take a look at that one too. This is a correction below 7K. And then I've also got another one here. We got Bitcoin whale. I saw this earlier. There was someone who sent a large amount of Bitcoin between wallets, and obviously it's hit the news as well, so we're going to take a look at that. And then this is the video by Block Geeks. I'll put the details in the description that we're going to take a look at. This is What is Cryptocurrency, easy to understand. So we will be taking a look at that. I've got my whale alerts up there as well. That keeps me, let's just say, in regards to the cryptocurrencies. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. So let's get started with platinum, because that is the title. First of all, just thanks very much. We've got Silver Junkie in. How's it going? I'm good, thanks. And yourself? RPM Limited says, good afternoon, everyone. Wishing you all the best. Loving today's gold market. That's RPM Limited. And then we got Blended Whiskey as well, just dropped in. And then Silver Junkie says, come on, 1350 silver. I need to load up again. So you, as well as Silver Junkie, it depends on yes, you might be thinking 1350 and related to now's price, but what happens when silver is in let's say $18, $19 territory, even $20 territory? Then the price that we see now is quite favorable in regards to that. So I certainly understand you want a low price on silver because you want to stack up, but I wish you all the best. But I don't foresee it currently at the minute. But who knows? Blended Whiskey says, you sounds wiser with the additional year of age. That's Blended Whiskey. That's pretty funny, mate. Anyway, so platinum, let's start that one off. It's up $13.58. This has been the one to watch as far as I'm concerned. When I started a couple of weeks back, I said, look, watch out for platinum, because I think we were down in the abyss. we were down here. That was in this area here, 3rd of June. So that was a good almost 2 months ago. So that was the one to keep an eye on. And then we sort of had this easy rise. And then when it was around here, I was like, it looked like it could be edging for a breakout. And then we had our breakout there last week, and it has maintained staying above this resistance level, which is now turned to support. So it's maintained that. So hopefully we're going to see higher highs. In regards to platinum, it has reached with $881 an ounce, which is fantastic. So we are going to see a $900 platinum shortly. So if we have a look again, it's attacking the resistance level. And then once we've cleared that, we're going to be looking at 900 fairly easily. The reason why I say that is because don't get me wrong, there is substantial resistance where it is. If you look at all these red zones, currently in the level that it's in. However, once we edge a little bit higher, we're going to start moving into buying territory, as we can see here. That is the 880 level, which is probably the reason why it collapsed, and it's at its current level. So it's one to watch currently. So it's going to move into some buying zones, and then hopefully we'll be able to power on through. The next resistance level we're going to be looking at is about 900. It looks very tough. We've got a lot of selling zones here, 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 here. So just keep your eyes open on platinum. I don't know if anyone has any platinum, but guys, I know if I was in the market for platinum, I would be considering platinum. In fact, I probably would have considered platinum when it was down here. at about 850. Even still, maybe even cheaper, like down here, 800 would have been a good price for platinum. Anyway, so let's have a look. You sucker for silvers here, says ASL. Really nice birthday gifts. Congratulations. Yeah, I've got the video coming up. I've done the video yesterday, and there was a mail call I needed to do as well. I had some mail been sitting on for a couple of weeks, so I had to do that, incorporate that, and then I've got the video coming out either going to be tomorrow or Wednesday. So keep your eyes open for that. You're going to have a look at that sovereign, and I've got that graded coin as well. The graded coin's beautiful, man. Ellipsis, this is savagery. How you doing, Ellipsis? You well, man? So we got five watching currently, or 5 listening. So let's crack on with it. So where is platinum going to go to next? Well, look, currently we're still on that candle there. That's the day candle. So if you have a look at where it certainly is headed upwards based on this trend line here. It's still early days because we are here, but more than likely this is the level of support that we can see for platinum. So with, tomorrow is the meeting for the Fed, and then of course it's either going to be tomorrow or Wednesday. We're going to find out about that interest rate cut, and then hopefully in regards, we're going to start seeing some more upward pressure that might even break these resistance levels that we see here in regards to plowing on through to get over 900. So within days we could see a $900 platinum. It just depends on the news from the Fed, I think, which is pretty much going to give it direction. Then we move on to silver. Looking at the silver charts, again, we're still looking pretty good, guys. We're still in this upward trend. I did say to you, was it Thursday, Friday, so we are going to be seeing some retracement, some profit taking to a degree. But again, it is a bit of a sideways movement now, and then hopefully we're going to see ourselves bounce on through, hopefully straight through that 660 level and start aiming higher. 1750 would be great in the near term for silver. So definitely going to take a look at that. Okay, so that's on the daily. Silver is currently priced at $16.39. It's currently up on the day, 4 cents on the day. Yankee Stacking. Yankee Stacking, how you doing, buddy? Jeez. How are you, bro? Now I'm very well. I'm very well, thank you. I hope all is well on your side. Funny enough, Yankee lives in Londonderry, and there's a Londonderry in Northern Ireland too. So I know when he sent me his address, I thought he was living in I thought he was living in Northern Ireland originally, because I questioned him on the address. I was like, because he didn't put USA, he just put Londonderry. It seems to be a common thing whenever any addresses come through. They always forget the USA, probably because 90% of your viewers tend to be in the US. So I said to them, "Is it Londonderry is it in Northern Ireland or or is it in the US?" So yeah, it was a funny moment there. Yeah, Londonderry. Yankee says I'm looking for a silver pullback after Fed action. Wow, I doubt you're going to see it, man. Personally, I hear what you're saying, but more than likely, if that Fed cuts, I mean, we've already had profit taking over here. So if this is the start of a bull run, then we've seen a degree of profit taking happen already. I mean, we've gone down from 1665, we've gone down to 1632. 16, was that about 30 odd cents? That is about a 20. Is that 20 to 10? I'm just trying to think. Is it at 4%, something like that? So there is some form of retracement happening at the minute. It's about 40 cents. 10% is 160. Yeah. So I mean, there is some retracements happening right now, but more than likely, that's the reason why this isn't happening today, or there is very little. There's also a descending resistance zone here. So if we have a look, this is our resistance, our descending resistance zone. So as you can see, you can't get through it. It's going to need major buying pressure, and the buyers are just not there at the minute. The buyers are just waiting for the Fed rate decision, and then once we have that, we're going to see some magic movement in regards to precious metals. So I'm keeping my eye on that at the minute. We've still got a pretty rock solid support level here, but if we put our support here, This is our ascending support zone. Something like that. This is on the daily, so we're going to have a look at the hourly in a moment. But silver 1640, and then we're going to finally look at palladium. Palladium, the metal that hardly anyone has. Let's take a look at that one. So again, nice spike upwards at 1555. It dropped it all the way down. I think it was just under 1500, if I remember correctly. Oh, this is on the 30 minutes. So let's check the daily report. So when we look at the daily, Yankee says he's rolling the dice on the dollar rise. Bond traders rejoicing that the Fed will stave off recession. They're wrong. Silver and silver in the 15s. Wow. Okay. So Yankee says I'm holding on my eBay bucks until August. Wow. Okay. He's ready to press the button. Silver Yankee says I'm calling for 13s. 1350. Wow. Yeah. You betcha. I'm outside and sorry, Yankee says I'm outside in the car about to go into the work meeting. Well, good luck, buddy. I hope your meeting goes well. Nope. Last time Fed raised, silver popped. Looking for silver pullback in action. Okay, well, look, let's have a look at palladium. So this is the daily on palladium. So we've seen the swing. It's kind of pulled down. What I am seeing here is this interesting moving average here. The 30-day moving average appears to be support because we can see it here. It's touching and then it's going back up, and then likewise here it's breaking. It broke through it. This was back on the 22nd of July, and immediately bounced off it, and then again it almost touched it and then shot back up again. So the moving average, 30-day moving average, seems to be support. So the moving average is currently $1,517. So we're a good $40 above that. So palladium's currently up 21, call it $21, $22. It's almost about 1.4% up on the day. So a nice strong candle forming there. So I don't know if anyone has any palladium, but the talk about metals tend to be gold, silver, and platinum. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. Gold's currently at $1,421 an ounce. It's currently up $2.80. Again, well, what is interesting, we've broken support quite a few times here. This is the ascending support line. Interesting enough, it's broken through here, here, and here. Here in a big way. We had a massive drop there a couple hours back. Essentially, there was an article which I believe is one of these ones I'm about to show you. Said there was a good run up for precious metals, and it was more than likely. I think it was this one here, and then before it had a collapse. Funny how the articles always seem to come out before there's a collapse in the price. But anyway, gold shot down to 1414. It's now back up to 1420. So it's up $2.61 on the day. We can have a look on the hourly here. So this support line is intact still. It hasn't broken down below it and maintained it, which is good. If we're going to look at let's look at a descending resistance level. So that's our high, and there are highs here. What that means is we should see some action here pretty much by the end of the day in regards to either some sort of break up or breakdown in this wedge. This is a ascending wedge. So what we have is we've got a high over here and we've got our highs over here. So we're going to see if anything develops here. What you might see is a breakout and then sideways trading until tomorrow's announcement, or what you could see is breakdown and then sideways momentum. So keep an eye on that over the next few hours, guys. I think it's more than likely, I doubt it's going to wait until the last minute, which is basically tomorrow morning. So it should happen over the next few hours. So keep an eye on it and see how you guys get on there. Let's have a look. I'll make a bet with you guys. Apparently that's Silver Junkie. Thanks for everything, bro. That's Yankee Stack. Gotta run. No problem. Cheers, Yankee. Take care, buddy. Silver Junkie says, I'll send you a eagle if I'm wrong. And if I'm right, you send me one. I'm not normally the kind of betting man other than keeping an eye on the charts. So I suppose there would have to be some sort of expiry date there, Silver Junkie. Blender Whiskey says, I'm moving into platinum away from gold. Man, I tell you, I've said this before. The amount of platinum you can get for the price of gold, you can get almost, you can get an ounce and almost 3/4 of an ounce of platinum for 1 ounce of gold. And personally, the growth in platinum will, I mean, currently where its highs have been higher than gold. So I think there's plenty of movement there for some form of growth. And I'm going to try and get some platinum one way or another. Blender Whiskey says, I can get 2 ounces of platinum for an ounce of gold. Well, there you go. If you can get 2 ounces, man, at that price. Okay, well, I presume you're sort of estimating based on the price. I think, well, where are we? About 860. That's about 1,600. According to the platinum price, $1,700 for 2 ounces of platinum. So that's what I was saying. You get about an ounce and 3/4 for the price of 1 ounce of gold. Backyard Bullions just dropped in. Backyard, how you doing, man? Fantastic to see you. Awesome. How are things across the water? Blender Whiskey says, I've been paying 2K an ounce of gold. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go then. You can get 2 ounces of platinum, man. I don't know if you're into Queen. I suppose some of the series, the Queen's Beast Platinum series, is probably pretty good if you can get them at the right price. But they seem to be fairly popular. Backyard says, I'm good, thanks. I have just bought an ounce of platinum. Well, there's another guy buying platinum. Backyard Bullion says, well, I bought it about a month ago when spot was 630. Man, bargain town. Congratulations, buddy. I was going to say £630. Good. Now that's a good price. Right. Okay. So I'm going to leave gold where it is for now. Let's check on silver on the hourly and see where we go from here. Right. Okay. So let's bring it up. Okay. So there's the wedge again. We had the wedge in place, so it looks like it's trying to break through. It's on the sort of edge of the wedge. So that's exactly where it is here. However, I just need to make sure that we're on the right, because I've got 2 wedges. I've got 1 wedge here, and I've got the support zone here, which we've broken through a few times. Well, I mean, just look at the action in that area there, where this was essentially support. Loads of action, constantly breaking down, trying to break down. And, you know, the buyers or the bulls just wouldn't let it happen. So there we are again. We've got this last candle in this wedge to try and break out, because it really is struggling with this resistance level here. It was at 1642. It's struggling to get and keep it above that. I mean, there it is at 1642.9 before it went all the way down to 1633. So the bulls are ready. They're keeping the price where it is. We just need to get some more momentum here and break through this flippant resistance. So we could see a small breakout out of this wedge here right now with silver. Right. Silver Junkie says, nap time for me, fellas. I'm going to kick back. Well, take it easy, Silver Junkie. I'll consider your proposal. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Let's say we got 10, there's 10 in the chat, or 10 listening, or however you want to. So again, I appreciate my listeners. Thank you very much. We're going to take a look at, so we're going to keep an eye on silver. Hopefully silver can break out of this position right now and maintain that and keep that strength going. So let's see how we get on. We've already spoken about platinum, so we're going to break that down into an hourly and see how we are looking right now for platinum. Well, there it is. It's looking pretty good. That was the last high that we had here, which was 1884 before we dropped all the way down. So we're definitely on our way up there. Just one thing we just need to be careful of is a double top. Double tops always tend to be bearish. So what tends to happen is you tend to get the double top and immediately there's a retracement down. So hopefully we can smash right through that as opposed to maintaining that level. However, there's strong resistance at that level of 884. However, we're really not that far away. So momentum needs to be kept. We've got the last 5 hours have been pretty strong. That was 11 o'clock this morning. Nice. We've got some nice green candles moving. So let's take a look at probably where resistance would have been before that initial breakout is. We would have had resistance level. That's probably where the resistance level would have been. So essentially what we've seen right now is we have that resistance level there. It's sort of those last few candles before it broke out was they were probing. Essentially you've had a breakdown and then sort of a middle section attempt, third attempt to try and sort of break through, and on the fourth attempt smash through. Then you've got continual buying momentum through those resistance levels, because if you look at the resistance at this level is ridiculous. You've got major selling over here, here. So it broke through that with tremendous force and it's kept the momentum up, and now we're seeing a bit of sideways action. So that's pretty much what we want to see for the next couple of days. Let's not hopefully do things too rash in regards to what we're going to see for platinum. Let's have a look. Blended Whiskey says, I have a Queen's Beast. Oh man, the 1 ounce Lion Platinum. Lovely. Just love it. They're fantastic pieces, man. I don't think you'll go wrong investment wise. Is that a graded coin, Blended Whiskey? Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. So platinum definitely moving in the right direction. I'm not going to do a upward channel yet. Still a bit early. Where our sort of expected zones of support are going to be, because the reason why I say that is because if I peg this trend line now, it's going to be all the way up here. So which could mean that we're going to see a bit more upward movement and then across and then up and across, hopefully. But okay, I'll put that there now. We'll see what happens. You can see there's the support, and then we're going to see exactly what happens there. While we're here, actually, we're going to keep an eye on Bitcoin. Let's have a look straight into some articles. So we've got here, money managers pile into bullish silver positions. This was today. It's by Kitco News by this guy, Alan Sikora. It says fund managers sharply increase their bullish positions in silver futures while largely maintaining the status quo in gold. During the most recent reporting week for data compiled by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, an analyst said. During the week-long period from the to the 23rd of July, covered by the data, COMEX August gold rose by 10.50 an ounce, while September silver surged 79 cents to 16.47. Net long or short positionings in the CFTC data reflect the difference between the total number of bullish longs and bearish short contracts. Traders monitoring the data to gauge the general mood of speculators, although excessively high or low, numbers are viewed by many as a sign of overbought or oversold markets that may be ripe for price corrections. So obviously, we might see some sort of price correction in regards to, the powering on through to, resistance levels, continuing on getting those new higher highs and lower lows. Oh, sorry, higher lows. The disintegrated report shows the money managers' net longs in silver futures jumped to 51,656 contracts from 20,764 a week ago. So again, they're seriously going long for silver, which is great. So their expectation is the silver price in the short term. So they're closing those shorts and they're going to let silver ride. That seems to be what I'm thinking, or what I'm making out of this, is that substantial amount of future contracts jumped from 27,700 to 51,600. The net length is now more than triple the 15,526 contracts from 2 weeks ago. So there you go. There's more evidence. Blended Whiskey says not graded. Nice backyard bullion. $17 silver soon. There you go. That's Blended Whiskey. Silver made a breakout of a sideways pattern, said Phil Flynn, senior market analyst with Price Futures Group. Further, as the case in gold, the metal began to draw buying on expectations of lower interest rates in the US. Flynn continued, people are buying back to silver as an alternative investment. TD Securities said speculators continue to load up on fresh long positions and heavily cover shorts in both the silver and the platinum on the news that US negotiating team is headed for China for face-to-face talks this week. But with the CTA bid running its course and a trade deal still elusive, the industrial precious metals could be set to cool off somewhat. That might be what in refer to what Yankee was saying in regards to his expectation that there could be a correction. Meanwhile, I think I called that disintegrated, but it wasn't. Disaggregated report showed that the money managers ever so slightly trimmed their net longs in gold contracts to 178,173 future contracts from 180,000, so down slightly. The modest amount of long liquidation declined by 3,161 longs, slightly outpaced by the modest amount of short coverings. Gross shorts fell by 1,283. Gold speculative positions bearing change during the week as the market remained locked in a range, waiting the outcome of this week's meeting of the Federal Open Market Committee, said a research note from TDS. Given the exaggerated long positioning and the prospects of a 25 basis point cut disappointing a portion of the market, it is quite plausible that specs could liquidate some of the recently accumulated length in the aftermath of the meeting. So they are given the exaggerated long positions and the prospects of a 25 basis point cut disappointing a portion of the market, it is quite plausible that specs could liquidate some of the recently accumulated lengths in the aftermath of the meeting. So I guess again we might see a drop based on this because obviously some guys would hope for more rather than the 25 basis point cut. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. Right. Just going to go back to silver quickly. 1641. We'll get down to 16. Sorry, guys. Just want to check silver, see how we're doing. There we go. We're having a small breakout. Hopefully, we can get above that. Let's see, 1642. We really want to be up to this level here. We want to keep that momentum going, get the buying pressure in. We want to be close to the 1645. Kind of keep that momentum going. 1645 really in the short term. Let's have a look. Gold. Okay, so gold firms on Fed rate cuts. Bets focus on future guidance. Now, this is what I was saying in regards to this earlier. I reckon this was probably released before that massive, I wouldn't say massive, but that large dump, which was right here. So again, there was a bit of a build-up, and I suspect that's probably so. I'm just going to have a look through this article and see if there is anything new in it. There's no point discussing what we've already discussed. So gold prices held steady on Monday on expectations of a rate cut by the Federal Reserve this week, while investors awaited cues on future trajectory of monetary easing by the US Central Bank. I'm not going to go into the pricing there because we already know what gold is right now. Clearly, the gold market is going to be somewhat on a hold, awaiting the Fed commentary on Wednesday. We know that we are getting a 25 basis point cut, but on Wednesday, the question will be what to look ahead for from there. Said David Merger, director of the metals trading at High Ridge Futures. Federal funds futures implied traders saw a 70% chance of a 25 basis point rate cut at the US Central Bank on the 30th and 31st policy meeting. Much will also depend on the Fed's chair. Jerome Powell says that subsequent press conferences, if he makes no mention of a cycle of rate cuts, causing gold to come under some pressure. So obviously he needs to pretty much, mention that future cuts could be on the cards. Clinton S, man, how you doing? Got to go, buddy. Pleasure listening to your stream. Well, thanks, Backyard Bullion. Take care, my friend. But Clinton S just dropped in. Fantastic. Good to see you, Clinton. So lower interest rates reduce the opportunity to cost of holding non-yielding bullion and weigh on the dollar. The dollar held close to 2-month peak against key rivals. A stronger greenback makes dollar dominating assets such as gold costlier for investors holding other currencies. We have also seen the dollar slowly gaining in the last couple of weeks. It has not caused a significant correction, but had caused a pause in gold trading, which is pretty much what we saw last week. Gold pretty much really wasn't going anywhere. I mentioned this in various videos. last week. It was sort of just trading sideways. It didn't look like much was really happening. In fact, it sort of lost against the against silver from a gold silver ratio perspective. But more than likely, we'll know more once the Fed rate meeting starts from tomorrow, and then hopefully we'll hear more as the cut is announced. We've seen the dollar slowly gaining in the last couple of weeks, which has not caused significant correction in gold trading. Market participants will also keep a close eye on U.S. trade talks. U.S.-China trade talks in Shanghai this week, as negotiators from both countries meet for their first in-person talks since a truce at the G20 last month. Expectations are low for a breakthrough. I'm just having a look through here. There's really no need to talk about that. Again, that's all in regards to what the price is. Right, so platinum at 877, so it's still moving. We're going to have another look at that. Clinton S. Silver up again today, says Coin Collector. Coin Collector's just dropped in. Hey, Coin Collector, how are you, man? Awesome. Silver is up again. Yeah, it is. And platinum too. Let's have a look. Clinton S says, heading out. Just wanted to stop and say hello and smash the like. Hey, I always appreciate you dropping in, Clinton. Have a fantastic afternoon where you are, buddy. Or morning, for that matter. Right, there we go. So that's our support level then. Confirmed at this level here. There we go. Right, so we're going to see how we get on there. Okay, so platinum at 877.44. We're going to keep an eye on silver. It seems to be breaking out of this wedge. We just need to sort of maintain that this is on the hour. We've got a 16.41.6 price. We're currently up almost 5 cents on the day. So again, it's always good. Silver markets continue to plow higher. Okay, yeah. I mean, we're sort of doing sideways movement currently at the minute. We haven't really pushed on up, but there's still plenty of time to see that change. Gold's at 14.20. Palladium is at 15.56. Right, let's look at cryptocurrencies. I've got a video here that we're going to start off with. For those that are unclear in regards to what cryptocurrencies is, this is the video I want to show you last Friday, but unfortunately there was a power cut in my area and it lasted for a couple of hours. Also, while I was streaming as well, so I lost Wi-Fi. I then tried to enable my Wi-Fi hotspot, but again, the signal was really lame. So I just managed to pretty much get in there and shut the stream down. So I thought, well, we might as well wait until now. So this is the video. It's by Block Geeks again. So the details are in the description for these guys. They're saying here you can share it. So it's exactly what I'm going to do now. So let's get straight into it. So what is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is an internet-based medium of exchange which uses cryptographical functions to conduct financial transactions. Cryptocurrencies leverage blockchain technology to gain decentralization, transparency, and imputability. The most significant feature of cryptocurrency is that it's not controlled by a central authority. So it's not controlled by a bank, for instance. The decentralized nature of blockchain makes cryptocurrencies theoretically immune to the old ways of government control and interference. Cryptocurrencies can be sent directly between two parties, so a peer-to-peer system, via a use of a private and public keys. These transfers can be done with minimal processing fees, allowing users to avoid the steep fees charged by traditional financial institutions. But cryptocurrencies can be sent directly between two parties via the use of private and public keys. These transfers can be done with minimal processing fees, allowing the user to avoid step fees charged by traditional financial institutions. Today, cryptocurrencies have become a global phenomenon known to most people. In this guide, we're going to tell you all you need to know about cryptocurrencies and the sheer that you bring into the global economic system. Right, so this is the video here. We're going to have a look here. It says, nowadays, you've heard the hard time finding a major bank, a big accounting firm, a prominent software company, or a government that did not research cryptocurrencies, publish paper about it, or start a so-called blockchain project. Take our blockchain courses to learn more about blockchain. This is a US senator here. This is his quote. Virtual currencies, perhaps most notably Bitcoin, have captured the imagination of some, struck fear amongst others, and confused the heck out of the rest of us. Right, so here we go. Let's get stuck into it. I hope you guys enjoy the video.
Today, cryptocurrencies have become a global phenomenon known by most people.
Just let me know if the volume's okay.
In 2018, you'll have a hard time finding a major bank,
Health bag,
accounting firm, software company, or government that hasn't researched cryptocurrencies or started a blockchain project. Beyond the noise of the press releases, many people often fail to understand the basic concepts. So let's walk through the whole story. What are cryptocurrencies? Satoshi invented Bitcoin in 2008 as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. To realize digital cash, you need a payment network with accounts, balances, and transactions. That's easy to understand. One major problem every payment network has to solve is to prevent double spending. That is, to prevent one entity from spending the same amount twice. Usually, this is done by a central server who keeps records of all the balances. In a decentralized network, you don't have this server, so you need every single entity of the network to do this job. Every peer in the network needs to have a full list with all the transactions to check if future transactions are valid, or an attempt to double spend. But how can these entities keep a consensus about these records? If the peers on the network disagree about one single minor balance, everything breaks. They need absolute consensus. Nobody knew how to achieve this until Satoshi proved it was possible. Cryptocurrencies are a key part of the solution. To illustrate this, we'll look at the transactions on the network. The transaction is a file that says, Bob gives X Bitcoin to Alice, and is signed digitally by Bob. Once signed, the transaction is broadcasted to the network, sent from one peer to every other peer. This is standard P2P technology. Nothing special happening here. After a specific amount of time, the transaction gets confirmed. Only miners can confirm transactions. This is their job in a cryptocurrency network. They take transactions, stamp them as legitimate, and spread them in the network. After a transaction is confirmed by a miner, every node has to add it to its database. It has to become part of the blockchain. For this job, the miners are rewarded with cryptocurrency, for example, Bitcoins. Anybody can be a miner. They just need to use some of their computer's power to qualify for the task. Every miner competes to solve a cryptographic puzzle. After finding a solution, a miner can confirm the transaction and add it to the blockchain. As an incentive to do this, they then receive a payment from the network in the form of a cryptocurrency. In this way, a network of independent actors are economically incentivized to maintain the legitimacy of the transaction history. So that's the gist of it. Cryptocurrencies are the key to the complex digital cash problem that Satoshi solved, how to maintain integrity and consensus across independent and potentially malicious actors. Cryptocurrencies are essentially the monetary incentive offered to anyone willing to keep the network secure.
right, so that, in short, is what cryptocurrency is all about. What do you guys think? Obviously, in regards to the blockchain, the consensus with the ledger ensures that all the transactions are obviously monitored. So if you're sending money from one section of the world, it goes through those networks, so everything has to correlate correctly. And then, of course, the peer-to-peer system. So obviously, once it's verified, it's done. And obviously, the verification is done by miners as well. And then, obviously, they get rewarded with Bitcoin, something like that. So for those that have got mining farms, I don't know if anyone follows any particular channels. There's one guy called Christoph. I follow his channel every now and then. He's got a massive mining farm, and he does videos pretty much. He's got, I think, every couple of days, he does a fair amount of videos. But he's one of the miners in this situation. But I thought that, look, that might help some of you. I mean, interesting enough, the Health Babe has an interesting question. She says, that's why I prefer precious metals instead of crypto. Crypto is very unclear to me. And then I put a comment there. I said, lol, hence why I'm trying to help clear that up. Can you spend your precious metals? Apparently, she says you can, but you need to go through the exchange. Obviously, you have to go and convert it to USD, but then that means that you've got to go. Look, obviously, whether you're talking physical or digital, again, I mean, I presume HealthBait's probably got some degree of digital precious metals in the form of either an ETF or just as an example. Versus someone with, I'm talking about people who've got physical, because effectively I hold my cryptocurrencies in a wallet. So again, I'm not talking about trading it, but essentially there are more and more companies out there. And obviously in Friday's video, I put there a national airline of Norway is accepting cryptocurrencies for tickets. So there is more of a use case being rolled out by institutions looking at enabling people to spend their cryptocurrencies. So yes, from a physical perspective, can you spend your precious metals? Obviously you can, like Canada, you know, the ones that have got they've got a face value to them. So if you want, you can spend your 1 ounce in Australia. It's worth $1 Australian. Your American Silver Eagle has a face value of $1. So yes, you can go down to the shops and you can spend your dollar if you wish. But can you literally take your gold and your silver and go and, you know, why would you, first of all? Because obviously it's worth more. You can't take your precious metals into a shop to go and spend. Whereas there are at least shops accepting cryptocurrencies as a form of exchange. So again, you know, in regards to which basically means that while you're standing here, you can make the transaction from your phone versus having to go to an exchange or an LCS to go and get money first and then converting it. Helping says physically, we have to go through dealers cash out. Exactly. I read the original article a couple of years ago. It was very interesting. I'll have to check that out a bit later. Have you seen the info above? I haven't, so I haven't come across that one, but I'll certainly take a look. Take gold. If people want to buy food from me, I will take gold. I think that's probably all of us. We would take some form of physical in exchange, but I hear where you're coming from there, Health Babe. Right, so let's get stuck into it. Right, just out of one thing, this was a whale that came up earlier. There was a Bitcoin whale, which obviously means that someone who's hoarding a large amount of Bitcoin did a transfer a couple of hours back, and it was picked up. But before we do that, let's check in with Bitcoin price right now. And I've been itching to get in, but I just don't see it. I just don't see a chance here because all that is happening in this market currently at the minute is just shorting. There's just loads of shorting happening. I've tried to dissect it in regards to wedges, ascending wedges, waiting for the breakdown. I mean, here's a typical example of a breakdown, guys. This happened yesterday. I was watching it. Unfortunately, I left it on the 1 hour. I should have taken it to the 30-minute because I would have actually got in here. What happened was I left it on the 1 hour. So obviously, when the first 30 minutes came up, right, it was down here. And then obviously once it ticked over, went a little bit, and this shot back so quickly, literally within about, it must have been 5-10 seconds at most. It literally went from down here to all the way back up to 9.5. So I'd missed the opportunity. I was so frustrated with myself because it wasn't just that coin or token I was interested in. I was interested in another one. I missed it. However, I didn't jump to it. I didn't like go, oh yeah, let me just get in now. It looks like it's flying up, because guess what happened? It went all the way up here. Went all the way up to 9,670, and this is where you get caught with your pants down because you think, oh yeah, it's going up, and then what happens? You're the sad guy that just bought like Bitcoin at 9,600, and then it dropped all the way back down to 9.5. You're already like $100 down, and then you're waiting for the top, and then you think, hey, there's still momentum going, and it goes up, and then there it is. It hits that 9.7 mark, and you're thinking, yes, it's smoking. It is smoking right now. And then you're going to buy in again because you think it's going to go up. And what happens? The opposite happens. It goes all the way down. And that's exactly what happened here. And that's when you get caught, guys. So it's like chasing buses. You know, when you just get to the bus stop, the bus has already left. It's going, and you're running after it to try and catch up. Don't chase buses. Don't chase them, because the opposite is going to happen. Let's have a look. Health Babe says only gold. Sure, let me take gold. That was like an algo trade in high volume. It was I mean, I had a sneaking suspicion this was a whale that just jumped in there and snapped up a large portion, because literally it just went up so quickly. At least that was my perception of it. I just thought it was a whale straight away. But still, though, amongst those whales that go and buy those large amounts, there's going to be your average Joe, like myself, for instance, looking at buying, and you might get caught buying up here, and then you end up in this situation. So I've always said this: buy the dips, buy the dips. You can't go wrong with that. And if you bought down here, well, just look at that. You would have bought at 9,150. You'd be smoking it. Yes, it dropped down a little bit lower, but if you'd bought at 9,150, Look at the price now. Now you'd be a good, depending on how much Bitcoin you bought, you'd still be in the money, which means that you could just sell out of net. You could sell out now if you wanted to. So you're not buying up here and then you worry like, geez, did I make the right thing? I bought when it was too high, and then you see it going down, and then it goes down here, and then you're like, oh damn, why didn't I just buy in low? If you missed the boat, just wait for the next one. And that's what I've been doing. I missed this one here. I missed that one there. I missed that one there, and I'm still waiting to get in. So it just depends on how you're gonna see it. Health Babe needs to run. No problem. Cheers, Health Babe. Said okay. I need to run. I'll see you tomorrow. By the way, congrats on the new Germania Britannia collection. Thank you very much, Health Babe. I look forward to your comments. Someone is very happy for that short trade. I'm sure they were. Take care, Health Babe. I'll see you probably tomorrow. Sucker for Silver says, yeah, SL, way too quick to catch that dump and pump. You needed a limit buy to set. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, just be cautious when you see them spike like that, because in the past you sort of get overexcited, because don't forget we are in a bear market right now for sure, 100%. Look at the volume here. So look at that's the first thing I look at down here when I see these spikes. Is I want to see the volume. I mean, just as an instance, let's go and take a look at the volume of when we had that major run up. So what I'm going to do is we're going to bring it down, and I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, so that's our weekly. Where are we? 26th June. There we go. So there we go. And look where we are here. Okay, that's the beginning of the week. That is now, if you look at the volume of that one there, it takes us back to this level here. Where's that now? That's 10th of June. On the 10th of June there, we were sitting at 7.5 with that amount of volume. Yes, we've had these previous weeks here because the bears have been battling to rip that price down, but the bulls are keeping that price up. Personally, they should just let the price fall down and then buy cheap. But obviously what is happening is you're getting a lot of the shorters going in. The shorts are moving in, and they're just making those little $500 or $50 here, or depending on how much you buy, of course. So even if we have a look here, we're still higher than that level there, which is what was that level there? It'd be great to buy Bitcoin at 5K. So again, it's the volume is the key. Let's go back on the daily. So again, look at the volume there. That was when we first hit our first peak there at 14. Massive amounts of volume, guys. Look at that. This is a perfect example. Great example. We tried to retake, but we collapsed and we dropped down. Then volume sort of pieced it off a bit, and that's exactly what's been happening since about here. Is the volume has dropped off. Look at that volume drop off, and that's been going for the last couple of weeks. Another telltale sign is always have a look at cryptocurrency or coin market cap, for instance, where we look at the volume. It says there 24-hour volume. We're going to just refresh that now. The volume is up compared to last week, though, because I think we were in the early 40s. So we're definitely coming back to a degree. But is it just a short-term thing, or is it a much longer volume? So what we're going to do is it's up to 52 now, so it's up from yesterday. Our market cap is 264 billion. We got Bitcoin. It's above the 9.5 level, which has been battling with for a while now. So we're going to go back here. Let's take another look. So again, it's the volume. Once the volume starts pumping up, then we can see. I mean, look at that. For instance, that is basically almost double the volume from the 27th. So what we need to see is this sort of volume here, getting lots of people interested up here, like bam, bam, bam. And then all we're seeing now is low volume stuff. So again, I'm just really cautious in regards to getting into this market. I've also added in a few new averages. We've got our 200-day moving average, which is down here. This is the one that tends to be spoken about a lot in regards to the videos. Everyone's saying there's going to be a pullback back down to the 200, and that is at 7,500. Whether that will happen or not depends on what happens right now in regards to these levels. Because what we are consistently seeing, which is, I'd say, which makes it interesting, is we are constantly seeing these little breakouts in regards to these descending resistance levels. I'm not saying we're making higher highs or higher lows, but it just seems to be there's more action at this level than there was up here. It was sort of just a slump down, and then we started to making those little inroads into breaking those resistance levels, which could have an impact in regards to where we're going to see Bitcoin in the near term. Because everyone's calling for 8.5 or everyone's calling for 7.5. Some guys have said under 7 is probably going to be closer, maybe 7.2. It could be 8.9 for all we know. It could be 9.1. This is effectively our resistance level there at 9.1, which is, it's tapped twice. So we've tapped it here and we've tapped it there. And then also, if you have a look at it, nice strong buying zone up here too. So again, it's really got to crash through that resistance level pretty hard for us to get to see ourselves lower. We might find ourselves at the 100-day moving average, which is 8.9, which is just around the corner. Again, this is slowly working its way up. So as we move out, the 200-day moving average could creep up higher, which again complicates matters. Just my thoughts anyway. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you're thinking in the chat, what your thoughts are. Sucker for Silver says, I'm not sure BTC is in a bear market again. Bear trend now for sure. Sorry, I said that incorrectly. It's not a bear market. Bear trend is the correct term based on this chart. Sorry, apologies. You Sucker for Silver, you're bang on. I shouldn't have said bear market. It is a bear trend. That is bang on. Sorry, apologies. That was definitely the wrong word to use. That is the word I meant to use. But yeah, thanks for that. Right. Okay, so let's get to it. When everyone says BTC is going the same level, it usually does not. Exactly. That is another thing. It tends to do the opposite. That is also a good point. So let's check my, okay, so this is my hourly chart here on BTC. So we had some great buying, and obviously we ended up in the middle here, which is great. We touched our bottom bottom support level, which is currently at about what, 9.3, before it retraced back up, and then it shot up all the way up to the top support level or resistance level at 9.6. It's now at about 9.536. So again, it's going to this is the wedge I've put in place. So again, it's either going to hit that or go up and go down. We'll have to wait and see, but it is in a descending wedge trend currently at the minute, so keep an eye on that one. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum tends to follow Bitcoin in regards to the charts. I haven't really done much activity in it. Everyone, I mean, I'm still holding Ethereum currently. But again, it sort of tends to move to the Bitcoin price. There's our high currently at the minute, which was what, 215. That was a few days back. Well, apologies, that was yesterday. So let's take a look here. That is our zone there. Again, volume pretty low. We got some nice buying, some strong buying right over here. Interesting enough, which is obviously reflective of that other move earlier. So let's get the next trend line in place. That is as low as it went. Great buying opportunity at 197. Okay, so that's our wedge we're going to keep an eye on. So I think, as I said there, there's going to be some movement at some point today, which means Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more than likely Litecoin will be in a same wedge format. There we go. I've already got the wedge format in place there for Litecoin. But look at what Litecoin is doing. Litecoin is looking pretty interesting. However, again, I've got an issue here. This 100-day moving average here appears to be resistance. So again, we've tried to break through. We're back down, and we're going to do another assault now. By the looks of it, just looking at the way this candle's forming, low wick. Currently, Litecoin at $90.60. We're going to see how we get on with that trend line. So we will take a look. Litecoin's halving is coming up in a week's time. So, you know, we could see a decent increase in regards to the price, but before the official halving, interesting. Altcoin Daily put up, I don't know if you guys follow Altcoin Daily, but they put up an interesting article, which I've gone through before. I think it was at some point last week. There was a new article there that came out saying that there was no, in regards to halvings, it made essentially no difference in regards to the price. But Of course, the charts contradicted it, which was very interesting. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on that. We might see a breakout here for Litecoin. This is on the hour, so we're going to keep an eye on that. We'll come back to that. As I was saying in regards to that Bitcoin whale moving $468 million worth of Bitcoin in one transaction, and look how much it cost to move $468 million through a traditional bank. How much do you think they're going to charge? 10% maybe? Possibly 5%? But still, what's 5% of 468 million? You're still talking, what's that, $20 million to move that sort of amount of money? And check this out. This guy moved this amount of money for $400. And this is what we're going to take a look at. Cryptocurrency whale has moved a growing, thumping Bitcoin fortune worth $468 million. And there's the alert that came up, which I saw earlier on. And there it is. There's the cost. So I think it also shows the actual transaction. It says they paid just a few $100 for the pleasure. Earlier today, an unknown Bitcoin holder shifted 49,758.64 Bitcoin, valued at $468.5 million in a single transaction. It was included in block hash 587601. The Bitcoin network charged just $374.98 to facilitate the transfer. Demanded no identity documents or permission, asks minimal trust. And there you go. There's the inputs. There's the official transaction, and that's how much it cost to actually transfer that amount of money. Ridiculous that it would cost such a little amount to transfer so much. $400 is certainly higher than some of the fees recently paid by other whales, but it's still significantly lower than costs associated with traditional finance. And I think we can all agree on that. There we go. Let's compare Bitcoin with a multi-million-dollar via TransferWise. It says Bitcoin's fee structure is different. As a user, is affordable power to set transaction fees themselves rather than the bank. It's easier to think of Bitcoin fees as bids that miners accept or reject. If users set a high fee, Bitcoin miners are likely to confirm transfers relatively quickly, as they typically choose transactions by comparing their fees with others in the mempool. As well as few other factors. Select a fee too low, however, and the miners are likely to prioritize the payments, which can drag the transaction process out significantly. TransferWise has become a standard alternative to international remittances via big banks. Unlike Bitcoin, the services has $1 million limit on money transfers, so already it's rather useless to move $468 million at once. But here you go. This is one. It says this is for $1 million. And look at how much they slice off the top, right? So it says how much would you like to transfer? So as an indication, the guys put $1 million in. See calculation. Total fees. Jeepers. I think that's the recipient gets $895,986,000. So almost $106,000 is just taken up in fees. It sounds kind of mad. Jeez. And of course the exchange rate. And then it says here you could save up to $39,241 versus your average bank. Should arrive by July 31st, right? This guy transferred this, and obviously depending on how long it took, it was relatively quickly. So that would take a couple of days to transfer with your average bank. Just goes to show crypto is very quick. Using the TransferWise, it would cost more than $3,600 to send $3,600 to send $1 million from US to Eurozone, a fee that likely inflated by converting between currencies. Because fiat is clumsy like that. If we scale that cost to the amount of Bitcoin sent by today's whale, we could see TransferWise would have charged 1.6 million or 1.684 million to send $468 million, as opposed to just under $400 for that transfer. And they say Bitcoin transactions are expensive. Yeah, right. Traditional banking. Wow. Right, this is it. Again, I'm not really going to go into this because we've already had a look at the breakdown. We're going to have a look and see if there's any movements in regards to the Bitcoin whales. I'm going to show you guys a token that I'm interested in and I'm keeping an eye on. It tends to follow Bitcoin as well, and it's fairly well priced. Right, here we go. Alert. 4 minutes ago, 47,454 Bitcoin was transferred from an unknown wallet to unknown wallet. That was $451 million. And there it is again. And there's another one, 5,400 Bitcoin, valued at 51.5 million. So again, the whales are moving. The whales are moving money around. Wonder what that could mean. If that was moved to an exchange, you'd know something would be up. This is the token I'm keeping an eye on. It's called Nano, similar to XRP. DB Stupid, sorry I'm late. Hey, no problem. How you doing there, DB Stupid? It's been a fairly quiet afternoon here, to be honest. Not much activity. I think we went up to about 10 watching. So I guess everyone's either back to work or just haven't had time to drop in. Sucker for Silver says, when everyone says BTC is going to some level, it usually does not. There we go. DB Stupid, thanks, man. We're going to check through the precious metals in a sec. This is the token I'm keeping an eye on. It is called Nano. It's currently $1.35. It tends to move rather nicely. It's high currently of 141, 142, just pretty much in the last day. So ideally, if you can aim and buy lower, which is what I'm looking for, I'm trying to look to see if I can get in at about the 129, 130 level. Unfortunately, I missed here. That was 132. That was 132.2. That was 131. So again, I'm just trying to get in about 130 level to maximize my profit level. It's high. Last year, January, was $37. So there is some room there, possibly, of making some money long term. So that's the main reason why I'm interested in this token. So I'm keeping an eye on it. Currently 135 for each Nano token. Just checking the news in. Right, so I'm going to leave that one for now. Right, let's look back at Platinum. So Platinum still holding in at 877. We have a fairly strong green candle for today. It's looking pretty good though. Just going to wait on the updates. 876, beg your pardon. It is touching the supporting ascending support level. So there we go. It's touching that level, then going up. So 877.68 is currently the price for Platinum. Silver, again, still hasn't been able to break that resistance. There's that resistance of 1642 is solid. It's going to require substantial buying right now to move that up. So again, we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. The next candle begins in 18 minutes. Let's see if we can get out. DB Stupid says, working on quarterly sales tax report. Wow, okay, man. Jeez. Oh, what times are they with you now, DB Stupid, in the States? Okay, we're seeing 1642. We need volume though. That is the only issue I have right now, is that the volume is low. We need to keep the volume up. So if we had volume like this, then we would be looking at higher levels straight away. So we got minimal volume to play with. I think everyone's struggling in that department, even from a Bitcoin level. We're waiting for volume, really. That volume should come hopefully over the next couple of days. Let's have a look at gold. Gold currently priced at 1420. I pretty much said to everyone, watch the next few hours in regards to precious metals pricing. Hopefully, we're going to see some interesting action. We're either going to see a breakout or a breakdown, or we might just see sideways movements. But either way, it's going to go up that level, or it's going to go that level and sideways. So again, it is going to happen within the next, let's say, what time is that? 11 o'clock. That's 11 o'clock my time. I doubt it's going to wait until the wedge comes to an end. So we are going to see some movements here over the next few hours. So just keep an eye on it. Palladium as well, for those that follow or hold Palladium. It's currently a nice green candle there, 15.55 an ounce, up at $20.23. Looking pretty good at 1.3%. The gain on gold currently $2.84 is 0.2%. If you look at the silver, gain is currently 0.26. So again, silver at the moment is doing another one just slightly on gold at the minute in regards to percentage gain. DB Stupid says 9:44 a.m. Cheap. Do you live in California? Because I think the time zone would be, what's that? 10 hours. It's probably 9 hours actually. You must be down that side. DB Stupid says go to eBay AppMex deals, buy history for 1 ounce AGE, 8% promotion offer, hit today. Jeez, that's some deal there, DB Stupid. Thanks for sharing that. American Gold Eagle. DB Stupid says I live in Alaska, 1 hour earlier. Wow, okay. Oh, that explains that then. So you are on that side. What's the weather like in Alaska at the minute? I suppose it's very much like here. At least it is summer. Wow, good, like boom, and then straight away sold. Then we're gonna go back up again. DB, have you managed to check out my Algaries, the 1 ounce Algary coin? I unveiled it today. If you get a chance, check it out later. DB Stupid says it's rainy today. Yeah, the weather here isn't great, but it's not roasting, but it's overcast. Kind of looks like it might rain, but it's a lot cooler, thankfully. So I can't really complain. Mid-50s. Okay, you use Fahrenheit there. We use Celsius. I'm not really clued up in regards to what the but I suspect that you said it's pretty cool then in regards to the temperature. So fair enough. Okay, still keeping an eye on silver. 1641. Buy history shows buyers are doing back-to-back one coin buys to cap out the full quarter promo limits. Wow, okay. Let's go and take a quick look at that. You said it was AppMex, was it? AGE. AppMex Legends. Let's try AGE gold coin. That might help. GameStop. Good lord. Okay. Let's have a look at AppMex Legends. What the heck? Hang on. I knew I was missing something there. Talk of Silver says, hey DB, I was in Fairbanks last month, visited a nice LCS there. Very friendly guys. Go to eBay, then look at AppMex stores. Okay, gotcha. Let's have a look at eBay. Oh God, I keep forgetting the one letter. AppMex. Oh, sorry, too far. Let's try that now. AppMex store. Damn. Sorry, I just want to check something out quick. Just give me a minute there. Oh dear, cheapest guys, are you watching this? There we go. Sorry, Bitcoin 9,400. That was a bit of a reversal. 9.4. Jeez, guys, check this out. Bitcoin. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you there. Okay, that's the 9.3. Okay, that is the support level. Okay, so it's tried to break lower again, but it's been rejected. So let's have a quick look at. It's 9.4. Okay, so it dropped there, but it hit support level. It's now come back up again. It's now back up to 9.5. So again, that would have been a good opportunity to. Ooh. Okay, the sellers are not done yet. 9.480. Okay, just give me 1 sec, guys. I'm going to take another look at that now. Just need to. Bitcoin down below 9.5 again. Looking for services. Yeah, I visited my nephew. He works at Fort Knox Gold Mine. Got a tour. Wow, I'm sure that must have been something. Sucker for silver. I'm sure you couldn't take any video in there. I'm sure. Great time of the year to visit Fairbanks. Did you get any sleep? Graham Stacker. Hey, Graham Stacker, man, how you doing? Sorry I'm late. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you. Yeah, I needed the blackout curtains. Yeah, I'm sure it was something really special there. Looking for silver says all these attempts low on BTC. One will eventually break. I know. Yeah, that's one way to look. You've got these constant lower attempts at breaking lower. That eventually it's going to break like a sledgehammer. So all these little guys are pumping it down, and then the bulls are coming back in, bringing it up. That eventually it's got to give. Nah, there's still bearish pressure there. That's for sure. They're not going to give up that easy. It's not like these ones here. These candles here. Normally they just go whoop and then straight back up again. So there's your resistance there. Resistance there. Was that 9.3? Geez, that'll be a good buy at 9.3. But when we're ever so close to 9 grand. I mean, if you think about where we came from, we were like 8.8 was like, it was like somewhere down there. You need a pair of binoculars to view 8.8. Nowadays, we're so on top of it that we're so close. Graham Stacker says, "Hi, Lamy. Hope you're having a good Monday so far. Yeah, it hasn't actually been too bad. Thank you." Sucker for Silver says, "I did get hold of a gold bar worth 350." Oh, you did get to hold it. I was like, sorry, man. I thought you said you managed to get hold of one. I was like, what? Like 350K bar. Man, that would have been impressive. I want to see the unboxing video. Yeah, hey, Value Hunter. Hey, Value Hunter, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, we're just busy. I was just going to have a look at AppMex, and I just saw the Bitcoin price there started dropping off a bit. I'm just waiting for this Nano to drop off. I was just telling the guys it's a token I'm interested in getting into. I'm just waiting for a lower low. So I'm just waiting for this to load up, and then we can get back to it. Okay, so 135. Okay, I don't need to see the actual, just as long as it's open there. But yep, there's a lot of selling pressure on Bitcoin right now. Whether it's got 6 minutes till the next candle, so the next candle could either continue that downward pressure, and then we could see ourselves getting down to these levels here. And hopefully I'm going to try and bag some of this nano while it's that low. If I get to 129, 130 level, I'll be very happy with that. Anyway, let's we'll check in with that shortly. Let me just make sure. Oh God, I just closed down the Bitcoin screen. I hate this stuff, man. I'm trying to work off where this flipping mouse is, so let's do that, and let's get the BTC chart up. Let's look at APMEX deals. Hunter says, "Go, your package opened and an unbox video to come, SL." That's fantastic, man. I hope I hope you enjoyed all the bits I put in there. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it, man. That package, that trade you did was just phenomenal, man. And I really appreciate it. The mouse is in your hand, says Clinton S. Yeah, I don't know, for some bizarre reason, I keep flipping, like when I move, I'm thinking here, but then I end up here. And it's probably because the mouse is catching on something on the side here. It just irritates that, just frustrates me really badly. So yeah, what we're going to do is just leave Nano open here, and we'll see the Bitcoin chart in a sec. It's going to make this. If I don't go into it, then effectively it just hangs. Okay, so we are seeing we could end up at this 132, man. I want to get in down here. It's a pity I didn't wake up earlier. 1 o'clock in the morning would have been a great time to get in to Nano, but I was asleep by then. Anyway, let's have a look. I love him. The Irish shilling is epic. I know, yeah. That Irish, sorry, it's 10 shillings, eh? That Irish 10 shilling is just beautiful, man. And there's not that many of them. I chose the best one I had, so that's awesome there, Valley Hunter. And again, the florins and that. Hopefully the half crown was okay as well. The half crown. Clinton S says, "I'm out, so I'm in, and I'm out of service. I just want to stop by and say hello." Clinton S, always great to see you, my friend. Bitcoin 9478, so it's back under 95 again now. Jeez, it looked like it was going to sustain that 95 mark for a while, but now the bears have come back in, and it's straight back to selling. Okay, silver still hanging in there, 1641. No further movement there. All right, there's Bitcoin. Damn, all my chart things have now disappeared too. Frustrating. Oh well. Look at that one there, the 1 ounce lion, the Newey round. 2019, 2015 Armenia 1 ounce. That's nice. The Yale 1 ounce gold coin. Look at that one. Double Eagle, Liberty Double Eagle, about uncirculated 58 NGC. Wow, jeez. We got nickels there, MS65. Wow. PCGS, MS65, Great Britain. Jeez, look at that. Sovereign, 1925. That's not a bad buy either. 380. Jeez. Geiger bar, 500 gram silver Geiger bar. What is that? A 1 ounce hand poured silver arrowhead. Did someone do an arrowhead, Paul? If I remember correctly, was it Lake House Beach? I think Lake House Beach sent his arrowhead to one of the guys there, and they poured it into a pour. See, they're selling. Look how much they're selling that for. $21 for 1 ounce. Damn, that is nice. Clinton S says, we have to work something out so you can get a piece of my artwork to in Ireland. I'm trying to get my work in more countries besides Australia, USA, and England. Wow, okay. Yeah, we'll have to see what we can do there. S&P. I did an aluminium foil pour. Wow, geez, I can't wait to see it. S&P. When are you going to do a video, man? Definitely want to see that. Bounty Hunter says those Geiger bars are awesome in hand. Yeah, I haven't got a single one. Aussie Alchemist is here. Great stuff. Hey guys, you'll have to check all the playbacks there for all the information. The articles are closed off for now, so we're just currently keeping an eye on. We're just having a look at some AppMech stuff here. DB Stupid said, I think he put a link there actually, or didn't he? Oh, I don't think he did. I'll have to show you that later anyway. Aussie Alchemist says, good day, Graham and Clinton. How you guys doing? Lake House Beach to Backyard Bullion, I believe. There you go. USA needs to stop doing eagles and make something better. It's boring. That's S&P. He says, I decided to sell my wife to get more crypto. Let's just say I didn't get as many coins as I thought I could get. Right, just going to check BTC because we've got the candles changing in 2 minutes. Oh, there you go. It's changed already. Which way is it going to go? Okay, that's our supporting. That was our supporting trend line there, and it broke down, broke on through that, and then it's come back up, but it's still nice and wide. So I did put a wedge in here, which is now gone. So let's put that wedge back in quick here. So there's the wedge going there, and then we've got our final wedge at the support level of here through to there. Okay, so that is our wedge currently at the minute. It looks like it's under selling pressure currently. It's in 9.4 territory. 9.472. I just wonder if we're going to see an 8.8 Bitcoin currently. I think if you can bag this for under 9 grand, I tell you what, it's going to be good. But again, just watch the volume. We need to see this volume here. Volume's not looking too bad currently at the minute. But again, overall volume tends to be a bit on the low side. Clinton S. Sorry, yep, that's the one I saw there. Clinton S says Aussie. That's correct, Aussie Alchemist. S&P says USA needs to stop doing eagles and make something better. It's boring. As far as I know, they do make some of the coins. Right, here we go. Are we going to see some action right now for Bitcoin? Are we going to see it plummet to the abyss? And then hopefully we can snap up some Bitcoin. 94.61. 9,465. Candle's growing. Okay, the wicks on both ends got a bit smaller. Oh, still selling pressures there. If you guys check, if you ever use TradingView, it's very useful because you can also see the transactions over here, and you can see what the bidders amounts are. So you can see there 9453 buy, sell at 94 or 9548 or 9727. So you can see their expectations in regards to where they are looking at buying. Oddly enough, when I was on this earlier, someone put a bid in at 1 cent. I've never seen that before, but it came up as 0.01. So someone had put a bid in at 1 cent. Obviously, he needs to keep dreaming. So there we go. We can see it there. We can see the transactions down 82. It was actually up substantially earlier when it was up here. But looking at this momentum here, just take a look at that momentum, right? And let's look at this momentum here. Right, we had a couple of reds. Now it's starting to go towards the bottom end of support. Unfortunately, I haven't got the momentum here, unfortunately. Let's take a look. So what we would have done is taken something like that would have been the support line there, as we can see. And what we started to see was it was starting to edge closer and closer to the end or the bottom end of this wedge, and then we had a massive sell-off. And that's been pretty consistent. So again, we came close to another wedge here, again broke down, broke through. And then what might happen here again is we're going to see another red here, hopefully, and then a major breakdown all the way down to the abyss. Just check the levels out. We're so close to 8.5 grand. It's mad. I put my buy order, or where I would like to buy, is 8.6, and we're currently not that far away. That's basically where I want to buy, is 8.6. If we can get to that, hey, I'll be over the moon. DB Stupid, it says, are you just using Coinbase exchanges? It automatically chooses them, oddly enough, DB Stupid. So sometimes it'll say Kraken, or sometimes it'll say Binance, something like that. So it does actually change every now and then. I can't actually physically change it. But you know, that seems to be the way it goes. Aussie Alchemist says, good day, S&P. Yes and no. There is no plus side to consistency equals quality. Graham Stanger says, Clinton, I think the days of a $15 an ounce is over. If you're talking about this metal here, silver, again, it's just doing sideways movement, really. I was hoping it was either going to break. Oh, there we go. We've had a mild kind of breakout here, but it's just doing sideways momentum. So what we might see ourselves doing is we might see ourselves just moving up this support line. And I don't mind if we just consistently chip away. We're going to edge higher and higher, 1645. And I mean, look, tomorrow, that's the day after. Hopefully by that stage, we're going to go smash through that 1650 level, 1660 level, hopefully with the news from the Fed. So hopefully that is going to be the case. Aussie Alchemist says, die Bitcoin, die. Sorry, because I don't have any crypto, but would buy if it hits zero. And that probably explains why that guy, you weren't that guy that put that bid in at 1 cent, were you? There was a guy that put a bid in at 1 cent. Jeepers, I couldn't believe it. There it is. There it is. Did you guys see that on the screen? Take it back. There was a bid there for 1 cent, and someone did it again now. If you guys missed that, just go back a couple of steps and you'll see that little blue bar right here. You'll see it. Someone put a bid in at 1 cent. These are buying and sell orders. So we got buying in the blue and selling in the red. Grab seconds. I hope I'm wrong though. I still think under 20 an ounce is worth it. Well, you know what I said in perspective, because Silver Junkie had also put, he said he was hoping it was going to go down to 1350. And I said, well, look, in relation to where silver price is now, yeah, 1350 isn't that far away. So, but then what happens when we start to see $18 silver, $19 silver, $20 silver? And all of a sudden, silver at these prices looks pretty good. So I suppose you've got to have some kind of foresight in regards to where the charts are looking and where you foresee precious metals moving. However, you know, considering your options, if you're just going to sit at 1350 and you're not going to move, then you're not going to get into precious metals. So at some point, you've got to take the risk in regards to when you're going to get in. But once you're in, you're in. You're locked in. So again, just, you know, do your research, buy the dips. That's what I always say. Buy the dips. You can't really go wrong. Clinton S says, I don't mind either when the time. Oh, I don't mind either. Then it will time to sell when it hits $20 an ounce. I can get some Bitcoin or gold. There you go. I love it. I'll tell you, my thing at the minute is looking at platinum. I like the platinum silver to platinum ratio. Looks very enticing because platinum's up at the minute, and hence why the title, you know, talks about platinum. Platinum's again, it's moving up again. $878. So again, it's ticking away at the support level, just constantly adding on. And eventually we're going to break through that 900. We're going to smash through that 900 resistance. Pow! Like a bat out of hell. Gramstack is saying that, up Clinton, gold. He says buy the highs and sell on sell on the lows. That is something Gramstack won't forget. I did a slip up on one of the last week's videos, but I recognized it straight away. So I was like, buy on the highs and sell on the lows. And then I was like, no, hang on. Yeah, buy on the lows and sell on the highs. But it's looking pretty good. Platinum is looking pretty good. Silver again, 1641 at the minute. Gold is 1421. Palladium is 1554. So I'm still keeping an eye on this one. This is Bitcoin. I just want to see what Nano is doing. 134. I want to try and get close to 130. If I can get in at 132, I will probably take a chance with Nano at 132. And that is this level here. This is the 100-day moving average. Just see it. This just depends. Nano tends to follow what Bitcoin's doing. So it's sort of pausing at the minute, Bitcoin. Cheers, Clinton. No problem, man. Always good to see you. Thanks for sticking around. As the Alchemist said, and then bid 1 cent on Bitcoin. Did you see it, man? Did you see it? Hilarious. I mean, I won't ever forget that. There you go. Gramstack. I have a gram of platinum and a gram of palladium. Wow, man. Well, palladium is smoking. I think it was 1553 per ounce. Don't know what that is in grams. I have to check that out. But yeah, fair play, man. You got at least you got platinum. I have got nothing. I've just got gold and silver. This is just waiting for lower lows, man. I'm telling you, I can feel it. It's been a while since it's been stuck in the red here. Something's got to give. Let's check and see if any whales are moving. The whales are going to be the biggest alert. If you guys missed that, I had a brilliant article there in regards to the cost of transfer of a very ridiculous amount of Bitcoin. There you go. There's a whale. That's from wallet to wallet, so it's not wallet to exchange. If you ever see them, it says a whale alert there, but like big sirens, because it's 47,454 Bitcoin, valued at $451 million. So that was a very large transaction transfer. But whenever you see transferred from wallet to exchange, that's when you know there's the price is about to take a dip. So currently we're just seeing wallet to wallet at the minute, but they might do it very quickly. 9439, 9444. Guys, whew, man, I'm just waiting for that 86. That's my buy zone there. Don't know if it'll allow me to tag that. It does. I'll get an alert. So close. Mudswat, crypto is the cure. That's Mudswat's. Yeah, we are so close there. Man, I haven't seen it in this. It has never stayed this red for, well, I wouldn't say never, but since I've been streaming here, it's always been red and then goes green or something. There's some form of movement. I've never seen it stay red for this amount of time. I think they're trying to get it moving though. It's because everyone wants to buy low. Everybody wants to buy low. So that's the reason why it's not moving. I think people are trying to get it moving now, at least. Oh, 9452. 46 minutes for the candle. So yeah, we stuck it a while still. Silver still 1641. Gold is currently 1442. Litecoin at $90 and Ethereum is at 208. Did you guys check out the algories? I posted a video this afternoon of the algories 1 ounce. In case you haven't seen it, be sure to head out there when you're done here. Definitely worth a look. Good day, Aussie, says Mud Swat. And then we got Indiana Tones. I love it, man. Nice name. Indiana Jones, Indiana Tones. How are you doing? She's got 1,000 subscribers. Pretty cool. Got some interesting stuff there, man. Mud Swat kill. That's DB stupid. Can I get a 7.5, anyone? That's Aussie. That's what says. I'm still waiting for full K. Wow, man, you're like super low. I'm like 8.6, 7.5. I mean, I've done 7.5 as a major support level for Bitcoin at 7.5. But if I can get in at 8.6, and if it goes up to 9.91, man, I'll cash out and I'll catch the next dip. I'll have to wait and see. Hopefully that is the case. I'll have to wait and see how we get on. Aussie Ogden says, yep, but still haven't found an Aussie sellers yet on the algories. Wow, okay, man. So you're pretty stuck there. I suppose eBay is probably your best bet, but I think they're all on. I think they're all on pre-sale. The ones on eBay. Wow, platinum's moving, guys. Platinum is moving. 879. It's up 23 cents in the last hour. Excuse me. That's what says. Platinum, I think, is at a good buying price right now. I don't agree with you. Sorry, I do agree with you. Sorry, I don't disagree with you. There, that's for sure. I mean, when it was down to 800, man, I tell you what, that would have been a great buy. But of course, we could sit and say old prices forever. Really, I could say, yeah, gold was a great price when it was $50 an ounce. But yeah, in relation to where it's going to go, I think it's still a great price, and the silver to platinum ratio is still looking very good. 52 ounces of silver to an ounce of platinum. Aussie Arkman says shipping is $30 to $60. Wow. Okay. Jeez, man. I didn't realize it was so expensive to send something to Australia these days. No one, Mudswat says no investment advice. Yeah, I'll put it. If anyone's wondering, with all my weekly Monday to Friday market report videos, I've got a disclaimer in the description, so you can have a look at it by all means. Mudswat says, yeah, Aussie shipping and premiums is hard to save a buck. Gee, so it cost you a damn fortune to send a coin over, man. I suppose that's why you got to rely on the dealers there to get them in for you. In regards to the algories, apparently the allocations it's all gone. If you check the Germania Mint website, all of them are sold out. So all the coins have been allocated. Here we go. We got some action here for silver. There we go. 1642 currently at the minute. It's creeping up, but it's still in a tough resistance area right there. Man, silver's got some work to do. 1642 to an ounce of silver. DB Stupid says, join Coinbase, no traditional trading tools, just straight market buy sell orders. Any better options out there? I actually don't use Coinbase, but unfortunately the one I use is Wirex, but it's not available in the US. So it's also handy for me because it's based on this side. But I've got Coinbase. It's handy enough. I suppose I don't really know of any other exchanges. There are like OKEX, OKEX, but again, I don't know too much about them to say, yeah, use them. And then there's also what's the other exchange I was thinking about? It'll come to me. Sorry, I can't think of the other one. What's what says I have to buy online because my LCS sucks. Why is that, Muds? What is it? Because they tend to just keep the sort of average premium stuff? Is the market in the area maybe? That the LCS, they don't want to buy the bigger bullion silver maybe? What's the story there, man? Aussie Aqua says, yep, but the dealers don't have a clue. They've been telling me they've been telling them about new products. They haven't even heard of the Aztec calendar rounds. Oh my, that's tough, man. If I were you, man, go in there and show them some stuff and say, yeah, look at these here, like sold out, boom, boom, boom. Then it might get them to sort of change their ways a bit. Persistence is the key. If you can persistently convince them to go for something else, then more than likely you'll win. 9465. I'm still waiting to get into Nano here. Hopefully we're going to see a big correction down here. Man, if I can get in at 128, I'll be super chuffed. Right, so let's have a look. Ozzy says, Mudswat said they have lousy coins and are overpriced. Wow, okay. Well, see, is it because of the market, maybe? I mean, you might be one of the sort of high-end kind of customers that like certain coins, and then, of course, you got the average Joe that sort of walks in there and then wants to buy, just the normal stuff. So it could just be that they're maybe accommodating those guys. DB Stupid says, the idea of having a place to place market orders and not having any way to stop loss orders is kind of wild. Funny enough, funny you mentioned that, DB Stupid. I totally agree, because even the platform I'm using now, I said to my wife about it. I said, it'd be great if you could just go buy at this price, sell at that price, boom, 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 and that would make life so much easier. It would become fully automated. But unfortunately, it's still very much a manual system, which sucks. That way, at least when you're while you're asleep, you can effectively, if Bitcoin or one of the other tokens gets to a certain price point, then at least it'll sell automatically, boom, and then it'll buy back in, because that's technically how you want to play it. Yeah, it's just, I mean, especially if you've got no idea what you're doing. I'm not saying you, obviously. I'm just saying if you were like the people out there who want to get into cryptocurrency, they don't know what they're doing. They might go, yeah, okay, I'll put $1,000 in, and then they're buying like stuff like various coins, and they're putting in like, I'll buy 50% of that and 10% of that. But meanwhile, they're buying at high prices. They don't realize what they're doing. Aussie Alchemist says they don't have enough interest, apparently. Everyone's happy with Animal, Queens, and Perth Mints. Jeez. So that's all you can get is Perth Mints. Mudswat says, my good LCS got robbed and the poor guy... Oh, jeez. Okay, sorry, man. Sorry to hear that. Jeepers. DB Stupid says, that is a traditional stock market tool. Yeah, exactly. Mudswat, the other guys, IDK, what their problem is, just dumb, I guess. If I had the funds and enough coins, I'd open a coin shop. Man, jeez, that'd be legendary. I suppose that's what people do, I suppose, when they have their own collection. You know, they put it on display. And then eventually they sort of open their shop up, and then they're interested in buying stuff, and then they've got their initial coins as collateral, you know, for starting their own business. Okay, Bitcoin's still sitting at 9467. Man, okay, we'll have to wait probably for the next candle, get some sort of idea which way it's going, but it doesn't look good. It's no longer near 95 anymore, or even 97 for that matter. It'd been like in 5 for quite some time, and even our news articles, man, they're just ridiculous. They're like, the moment it's above 95, boom, it's like Bitcoin's above 95, blah blah blah, aiming for 10K. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, it's like back down again, back below 95, and now it's looking in a bearish downtrend. And it's like, why did you post that? Why did you even bother writing that article? Rather say it's aiming for 95 rather than saying it's above 95, because at least then it's semi-correct. If it's above 95 at the time of the release, then you can say, yeah, well, fair enough. It's aiming for it, which would still be relative to the situation right now. Sorry, I tend to go on a bit there. DB Stupid says, if you want to sleep at night and know you will be wiped out, that's a lot of trust to give the crypto markets. Exactly, man. I should say that's probably one thing I'd say to anybody is make sure you understand what you're investing in. Do your research, know what you're investing in, put money in you're prepared to lose. Those are probably the 3 fundamentals in regards to crypto, because like you rightfully said, you'd be in bed and the next minute, like, the bottom falls out of Bitcoin overnight. You wake up the next day and you're like, what? Man, if only I had a bloody stop loss, I could have triggered it at a certain level rather than just leaving it. So if you know what you're doing, then you can play that. You can play the game like that. Aussie Alchemist says, well, I bought those 2 MS70s. The guy still has an MS70 ASC and Krugers that apparently no one wants. $60 each. I'll grab those next payday. See if you can get them a bit lower, man. Aussie Alchemist, because they're going for eBay. On eBay, I've seen the MS70 Krugers, and I think they're going for around 40. So I mean, obviously at 60, he's probably more than covered himself. So maybe you make him an offer, say in there and go, look, I've got $50. Just give it a go. He might go, look, I'll meet you in the middle. That's about 55. Straight away, you've gained $5, man, just by saying that. Mudswat says Bitcoin crypto is so volatile. I've no doubt it will go down to 4 to 6K. I don't know. Again, it depends. I'd love it to go that low, Mudswat. I've looked at the charts. I've never gone that low though. The lowest I've gone is 7.5, and I've gone. That is pretty solid support level at 7.5. But effectively, to going down back to down to that level, we've fully reversed the last run or rally, if you can call it that, and then we're starting from scratch. Who's to say then it might even go lower then if it's going to hit that amount. So it has to hit some sort of level to stabilize, and then hopefully see an increase. And what I tend to look at every day is I tend to look at CoinMarketCap and I have a look at the 24-hour volume. So last week it was down to about early 40s. We were around 42, 43, and now we're sitting at, what was it, 52 a moment ago, 52 billion. So again, just keep an eye on the volume. But again, we might just be seeing people get in to drop it. However, it's 52.8. So again, it's still looking pretty strong. There we go. Market cap's just dropped below 170. It's 170 a minute ago. So people are selling Bitcoin. What they're putting it into though is, well, here we go. Look at these. These are up here. Let's go and check and see where the money is going into currently at the minute. Look at that. Lambda up 26.84%. 24-hour volume 69 million. It's up to 24% currently at the minute, and there's 500 million of them. Look at that, straight up there. Qcoin shares currently valued at 154. 24-hour trading volume 46 million, up 17.91. Ravane, never heard of that one. Market cap 53 million. It's up 24-hour volumes 2 million. It's up to 11 cents, up 14%. IOST, fraction of a penny. There's 12 billion of them though, so fair play. It's up 7.88. Then we got Aurora. You know, we can go down. We got Cardano. Everyone seems to be talking about to a degree. Again, not much volume. 46.3 million. Everyone says it's going to be fairly up there, but I mean, not with that volume. Good luck. 3.1, and the list goes on. You want to look at the biggest losers, you just click it again, and then we'll see who the biggest losers are. Ren down 8%, Ravencoin down 5.74. But just look at that. That's volatility for you. It's one coin I wouldn't touch. Dash down 4%, Chainlink down 4.6%. And the list goes on. Basic attention token 25 down to 25 cents. So I just watched the daily volume. I just watched the volume daily. Sorry, man. Let's have a look. Where did I say? Aussie says that's what. Aussie. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Aussie dollar. I'm not sure what the conversion is then. Aussie argument says tried. He's advertising at 65. Wouldn't go any lower. Wow. What is that in US dollars then, Aussie? Can you do the conversion? AUD to USD. That's actually not a bad buy, excluding shipping. That's not bad, mate. Excluding shipping. So 60 Australian dollars equals 41 United States dollars. And you're not paying shipping fees, so fair play to you. If you can pick them up for that. You said he had a Kruger and he had something else. And they're both MS70s, ASC. I wouldn't bother with the ASC, to be honest. Man, there's so many on eBay. It's like you put MS70 into eBay, you just get nailed. DB Stupid says, so have you looked into linking your YouTube channel to BAT tipping? Yeah, unfortunately, BAT is not available in Ireland, so I've left it. Initially I downloaded it to find out more, but it's not available here in Ireland, so I've left it for now. Okay, it's dropping off. It's dropping a bit, going up a bit. We're dropping a bit. It's around just under 9.5. But yeah, I looked into that. Aussie Alchemist says he wouldn't go any lower. Okay, yeah. Hey man, persistence is a key. Tell him you got $60. And $60, man, I think that'll be a good buy. If you go in there with $60 cash, that's what I do. $60 cash. That's what cash is king. If he wants to sell them, it's like with anything, man. I mean, you know, anything is, you know, he's got to realize that he might sit with that stock for another month or something like that. So again, what you're paying him now is probably what he's going to sell it for in a month's time, or it might even be less. So from a dealer's perspective, he's got a customer right now. He can sell this for 60 Australian dollars. If I was that guy, I'd be shaking your hand. I'd be like, here you go. Let's do it. So go in there with $60, man, and do it. Do it, man. Do it. Be a good salesman. That's what says I'm also interested in penny crypto too, so I can buy a ton of it. Well, that's where Bitcoin started. I mean, it was bloody fractions of a penny. Look where it is now. That's the one I'm looking at. Is this one Nano one? But it's still 134. I want to try and get down. It's gone down as 125, man. If I can get it for 125, I'll be over the freaking moon. I'll buy like 1K of it or something like that. I'm just waiting, really. I'm not going to buy 135 because that's where it is. If I buy 135, it's currently where it's sitting at 135. Anyway. VPN. I don't know. I haven't thought about that actually. DB Stupid. I might need to look at that maybe. Aussie Alchemist says, yeah, that's what I thought. Only went for the 2018 Birds of Paradise and grabbed 2019 Kookaburra. Won a Kruger. Yeah, the Krugers seem to be, you know, value-wise, they seem to be pretty good, man. I picked up an SP70 grade 2017 1-ounce silver Kruger round, which I'm going to see next month. So I'm really excited about that because that's my second graded coin purchase. So you'll probably see me going more into graded coins now, in regards to just normal graded, normal BU bullion. So I'm going to send some stuff to go and get graded as well. I've got a few coins there. I want to send the silver 1 ounce proof Germania. I'm going to send that in to get graded. Hopefully I'll get a PF70 on that. And then I've got a normal Germania. And then I'll send the algaries in as well to get graded. So I'm going to send a whole bunch in and just hopefully nail it. Silver 17, sorry, says, are you an immediate flipper of crypto or are you a crypto stacker? Well, I mean, when we were in the height of the recent rally, I was just holding. I bought at the right price. I bought Bitcoin at the right price. I've sold it. Obviously, sold my Bitcoin. I want to get back in now, but I'm not going to pay these prices. So if I were to get in lower, I would probably hold it. It just depends on when this sort of bear trend is over. That's my only concern. So at the moment, it's all about buying lower and benefiting from that price. So what I've always said to everyone: buy low, sell high if you have to, but make sure you don't lose money. End of story. I'm just tired of losing money. I mean, I'm not saying it happens on a regular basis, but occasionally you might not work out, and that's the one benefit of buying low is you're not really going to lose if you're buying low. So always try and buy low if you can. Yeah, the Kruger's very nice, man. I don't think you'll lose on that. Mudspot says, "Come on, 4.5 grand." But I tell you what, when it drops down lower and lower and lower, just keep an eye on the volume again. Once you start seeing the volume pick up, that's when more than likely you're not going to see that those levels. So at the minute, I mean, look at this stuff; it's non-existent. It's all like super low volume, and then we've just seen an uptick in volume right now over here. But it's to me, it looks more like the bears are the ones with all the volume. So I'm going to keep an eye on it. But I mean, for now, man, if I can get into Bitcoin closer to 8.8 initially, it's going to then rebound up, maybe go up to 9.2, 9.3, something like that. Drop it, wait for the next dip, and I'll do the same. It just means I can buy more Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Platinum 880 is very close. It's 878.99. Silver is 1641. Gold is $1,422 an ounce, so it is climbing slightly. Palladium at 1554, up 1.2%. Got 23 minutes for the next candle. Just note, guys, I might need to end the stream soon, so I'll let you know exactly when. So just keep that in mind. Square Crypto Lead, the product we're focusing on is Bitcoin. So I think everyone is pretty much waiting for institutions to come in, but the institutions are not going to come in at high prices. They just won't. Institutions will not buy at these prices where there's a bear trend in place, because they're effectively buying this. I mean, they might look at it from a long run perspective. They might go, yeah, well, let's buy now, and in 5 years time it's gonna be such and such. But initially they want to buy in. It's all about making money when it comes to institutions. Mudspot says Klesh sent some to me at 14. Klesh sent to me at 14k. Wow, okay, and I bought at 11k. So you're still holding the 14k, Mudswat? I mean, he bought really high. Wow, man, he bought the top of the market. That's like you're gonna have to wait for the next run to in order to benefit of it. And I mean, another thing, just keep this in mind. What I've been doing is, I bought Ethereum when it was 285, right? And then I've slowly I bought again at 235. So when you're buying high, don't forget, if you're seeing a bear trend, right? If you sell your crypto, let's say you bought it at 285, right? Buy back in at some point when you know the market has bottomed. There's no point keeping hold of your 285. Well, that's, again, this is my thoughts on it, and it's the reason why I sold my 285, even though the price is 235. right? Because it's going to keep going down. And if you sell that your crypto that you bought at 285 and it's 235, then effectively the price now of Ethereum is 210. You've gained that $25, so you can effectively buy more Ethereum, but make sure you keep the same amount. At least that's my way of thinking. I don't know what you guys think, if that's the same for you, or if you prefer to hold. I mean, there we go. Mudswap, for instance, there he's got an 11K. He's got some crypto that was bought at 14K, and he's bought at 11K. So again, it's, you know, all you can do really is hold, or you can just take the loss and then hopefully benefit from the dip. But again, that's your decision to make. It's your money. Right, 94.64. There we go. Someone's put a buy order in at 9,400, so he wants to see a lower price. We got 9465, 9490, 9488 at sell. We can see our two bars here, our buy-sell bars, are moving around. Damn, fucking Nano is 135 at the minute. My intention was to hold it for as long as possible. Well, again, there's no harm in you holding it, man, because eventually it is going to come back. I mean, if it's money you don't need, just hold it. And just keep, because you get a lot of people that will do, I suppose, similar to precious metals. You got the dollar cost averaging. So yeah, you bought it at 14, then you bought it at 11, then you bought it at 8, then you bought it 6, or you know, whatever the price was. Divided, you take your 4, then divided by 4, and then you'll get your cost average. Right, guys, that's me done. Thanks as usual for watching, everybody. Always appreciate it. I think we had up to about 12 people watching, so again, thanks for that. Don't forget to add your comments in. It's always great to have you guys here. My usual guys, just a big thank you as usual. We got Mudswat here, DB Stupid, Aussie Alchemist. Just going through. Wow, just you guys really slugged it out with me. And those that were listening, guys, thank you all very much for listening. We got Indiana Tones as well. He dropped in. Graham Stacker, Clinton S. Fantastic. Oh wow, Blue Tigray dropped in as well. I missed that one. And then we had S&P as well. S&P dropped in, and Value Hunter was here as well. Super stuff. Good luck out there. In regards to your buying, whichever way you prefer to buy or hold, or whether you're looking short term, long term. Good luck with those decisions. I'll be live streaming tomorrow. Keep an eye on the markets, because more than likely we are going to see some interesting activity for precious metals in regards to the wedges. However, obviously, it just looks like sideways movement. We'll hear in the next couple of days. We should hopefully see some upward trend movement based on that news from the Fed. So let's look out for it, guys. Thanks very much, Jody Rhodes. Hey, man, Jody, thanks very much for dropping in. The stream's come to an end here, but thank you very much. Hopefully, catch you on tomorrow, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Have a great afternoon. Have a great morning. Have a great evening, and I'll see you all next time.